First things first, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. You?
I'm alright, thank you.
Okay.
So before we get into your album and the music, I'd like to jump back a little bit to the beginning. Do you remember the first album you fell in love with?
Yeah, it was when I was a kid. The album of Queen.
Okay.
But I don't remember which one because my father has something like a compilation of all the hits of Queen, and it was the first Queen CD I listened to, so I fell in love with that CD.
So what was it about Queen and Freddie Mercury that kind of stuck with you?
I really like the power of his voice and all the melodies and the harmonies, you know. His charisma on stage also. He was an amazing performer and an amazing artist.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you say it was a compilation, so is there maybe a song or two that sticks out for you?
Yeah, I really like The Show Must Go On.
Okay.
Which one? Who Wants to Live Forever? I really like that one.
And
yeah.
And so you mentioned this performing. So was it very early on in your own life that you thought that's what I want to do? I want to be on stage. I want to perform.
It was when I was, I think, something around 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
I was watching TV, you know, music channel, and my mother was cleaning the floor of the living room, and I saw the music video of Michael Jackson, Ghost, you know.
Sure.
And I said to my mom, okay, it's what I want to do. I want to dance and I want to sing just like him. And yeah.
And so here we are. And so then I'm going to skip over some of the earlier years, but when do you decide then to enter The Voice? Because you're singing, and so when does that decision come from? Well, maybe this can help me achieve what I want to do.
I was 17 or 16, I don't remember, and I was just making some things with a friend of mine, and suddenly we heard at the radio the jingle of The Voice. This is The Voice, da 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 da. The casting are open, so if you want to go, come. And I just thought about it, and first of all it was like a joke. My friend said, okay, come, yeah, we're gonna go to Brussels and we're gonna sing and let's see what happens. And I was like, okay. But inside, it was, I really wanted to do The Voice because I've never, you know, I had never sung from professionals, and so it was important to have the opinion of professional singers to know if I have a chance in this business, you know, in this industry. And so, yeah, I did The Voice and it helped me a lot.
So at that age, 16, 17, were you writing songs already?
No.
Okay.
Only when I was, 17, 18.
So somewhere around that time.
Yeah.
And well, obviously, kind of The Voice is something. It's a platform for somebody. But what did you get out of songwriting? What did you get out of kind of creating something of your own, and then kind of moving towards Selfocracy? Is there, for instance, a song that's quite old on there?
I really enjoyed the composition of Selfocracy. Yeah, the first one I composed was Rhythm Inside, but I didn't take it in the track list of the album. So the second one was Mud Blood. Was more than 1 year ago. It was very hard sometimes because it was my first time. It was my first album, so I just didn't really know how I had to compose a song, and so I just realized that I need movies to have inspiration in the composition. I mean, I have to watch a movie without sound, just the pictures, you know, and I found a lot of inspiration in that. So it's a bit weird, but it's my way to compose. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very fun.
Can you name me a couple of movies, kind of that? Because, well, let me ask this first. Do you see Selfocracy as a concept album, kind of as a?
Yeah, I think
So what kind of movies were you watching?
Well, I'm a huge fan of horror film. One of my favorite is The Conjuring. Which one? Oh, I'm not watching only horror movies, you know. I really like The Huntsman, you know, Snow White and The Huntsman. I really like Harry Potter.
But so, this might be difficult to explain maybe, but how do those movies kind of influence and inspire you to write? Is it a certain mood that you get from it, or a certain?
Yeah, I think it's the color, you know, in the movies. If it's dark, maybe I'm going to compose something really dramatic. If it's colorful, I'm going to compose something really poppy and really, you know. So it depends of the lights, the colors, of the expressions of the face, of the characters' faces, you know. The clothes, the history as well. It depends of a lot of things.
And this is very interesting because you mentioned The Huntsman, which is Snow White and The Huntsman, and then obviously the mirror, or the symbolism of the mirror is something that comes back on your album. So is that where you got it from, or is it, where does this concept of the mirror come from for you?
When I was looking for a title for the album, I just it was my wish to not have the same word than, I don't know, another artist, you know, on his project. I just wanted to have something really unique, and so I knew that I had to create that word. So I create Selfocracy because I realized that when you listen to the album, you can see that I'm talking a lot about the tolerance and the fact that nowadays we're living in a society who's judging you and criticizing. You criticizing you just because you are who you are, and so my vision of the society is that nowadays a lot of people are narcissistic and self-centered, and so I wanted to have something like a symbol for the album, and so for me it sounds like an evidence, Selfocracy and the mirror. It was really evident to have the mirror as a symbol for the album. And for example, in a tale like Snow White, I've been very how can I say, I really like the picture of the evil queen look at herself through the mirror and talking at herself, and I was like, okay, maybe I can write a fake love song about, you know, just a human and his own reflection, and so it's what I'm talking about in Hungry Heart, for example. When you listen to Hungry Heart, you you can think that it's a love song, but in reality it's not really. It's a love song, but it's not a love song between two humans. It's just a love song between a human and his own reflection. So it's a bit weird, but it was like it was a concept.
Sure.
And once again, the mirror in that story was very important, because without the mirror you can have any reflections. So yeah.
and you mentioned Mudblood. That was one of the early ones, and kind of this culture, or perhaps these days this obsession with the self, maybe too much. So I wrote something down from Mudblood. Life's hard to take. There's a line in there that says life's hard to take. So is this also based on kind of what you went through as well?
Yeah. Because when I was a kid in the playground, it was not very easy, because I was not a huge fan of football or soccer things. I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson, and I just wanted to dance like him. And I had that voice, you know. I don't have a very masculine voice, you know, male voice. It's like, it's a kind of girl voice, you know. And so, yeah, it's been hard sometimes, but now it's okay, because I'm just using my voice as a power and not like something which could just destroy me, you know. So nowadays I'm very proud of who I am. I know who I am, and yeah, but I think that a lot of young people nowadays still lost, and it's the reason why I really wanted to make an album with a real message. Yeah, I think it's important.
Sure. And then I can imagine if you're well, you're doing The Voice, you won the French version of Dancing with the Stars, so those are kind of things that put you in the spotlight. And then these days with social media, everybody has an opinion. So was that difficult, or was the turning point before that? Did you kind of accept everything before that, if you understand what I'm saying?
So you're asking
like, because well, you're in the public eye because of what you do, so people will have more of an opinion about you. So was it easy to deal with because of what you just said, that you kind of accepted who you are and you're proud of what you're doing? But
okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not reading any comments on social medias, you know, because I think it's good for me to not read anything.
Sure.
Bad or good news. I just have fun, and I just really like what I do, and that's all I have to know. Okay.
So kind of steering clear from that, just not paying. Okay, that's very good, very healthy, I think. But so then going into the music a little bit as well is like Selfocracy. You kind of did the production for it yourself, and so did you have a clear sound for the album early on? Did you know what you wanted sonically out of the album?
I knew it. Okay. I really know. I have the chance to be a person who really know what I want, you know, and how I want it. So I knew it. Yeah. Okay.
When did you kind of figure out what sound you wanted, or what kind of?
Oh, good question. I hear the sound in my mind, and then I just try to find it in the program, and I can look for that sound for hours, you know, and but when I get it, I know directly. Okay, that's it.